Welcome back to the Endless Growth Podcast. I believe this is episode 24, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It is, man.
Holy shit.
Time's flying, bro.
Yes, sir. But hey, shit, we in August now, honestly. So,
Dude, time's flying by, bro. And before you know it, September, and then, yeah, it's October, November, December. That's it. End of the year.
shit, you know what's crazy too? August 31st, we fly the fuck out.
Yeah, we won't be here.
Yeah, so,
I'm excited for that, man. I need that.
Yeah, honestly, for sure.
With the boys, we've had little, like, getaways, with the females or, stuff like that. But,
It's different.
yeah, it is kind of cool.
Yeah, you're right. It's not saying like it's like it sucks or anything like that, but it's just like a different like vibe, I guess you could say. I don't know.
It's a little different, yeah. And that just being also, I'm actually excited for like the new city thing. That's gonna be pretty cool.
That's a fact.
It's just somewhere we've never been. The city looks dope. I keep seeing people like post stuff and then pictures. I had somebody there. Actually, that guy we did a bunch of details for the dealership.
Yeah.
He was down there for a little bit ago, and it was just dope to see. Like he actually had a pretty cool like hotel he was staying.
Okay.
I don't know whatever that river is that goes through it.
Yeah.
It has a name, obviously. His hotel was like right where the river turns. So he could see straight down the river in Chicago. I was like, dope. I'm like, that'd probably be a pricey ass room,
sick.
but
That's fucking sick, bro.
yeah, I'm excited for that.
Have you talked to anyone that's gone to Chicago or even maybe him, and like ask him, yo, like, what is there fun to do, and maybe get some recommendations, shit like that, or no?
No, I was, but I was probably gonna wait closer to when we went.
Gotcha.
I probably should just comment while he was there just to see what he was doing, but
Yeah.
no, honestly, no. That's pretty much the only person that I've known. I mean, other than kind of what we've talked about back and forth. Have you?
Not directly. Like there is a couple people I have in mind where I'm like, yo, I should probably hit them up and see what's up. But I think this week I've been kind of more telling people, oh, I'm going to Chicago, and then oh, cool, what are you gonna do out there? And then I always ask them, I'm like, yo, have you been? And I haven't like talked to anyone that has yet, so haven't really got too many recommendations. I do have a friend named Justin. He actually did go about maybe a year or two ago, so yeah, I might hit him up and do that. I feel like they might like doing different things than we do though, because he went with his girlfriend, or I guess fiance actually, Chanel.
Yeah.
So yeah, they I think they went to like a music festival, but it was like a different type of genre.
Yeah. It does change up the thing though, honestly. Yeah. I mean, nothing against our females, but
No, not at all.
but just like the fact that we're out like walking around at 3, 4 a.m. Like,
Doing stupid shit basically.
if we were with a female, like we'd probably be more like conservative. Like we probably don't want to be out here like.
Nah.
But it's like 5 dudes. Like what are they gonna do? Like if something was like to pop off, but it's just a different vibe. But yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Like just getting to a new city and be like, holy shit, like we've never been here before as a group is something different. And
I always think back to our Seattle one. I think that was like our first like legit like out of our comfort zone because we never been. We went to Vegas and stuff, but we've been there. But like when we pulled up at the airport, when we got there waiting for the Uber, we were just sitting there with the luggages, like
waiting for the other boys.
Yeah,
That shit was such a vibe. I ain't gonna lie.
that was dope.
Oh shit. Okay, bro.
I'd do it again.
Yes, sir. And then even New York was a fucking trip, bro. Because as soon as we got there, well, I guess we landed in New Jersey that time. Took the lift, and then I think got to the room, threw all our shit in there, and then we went to get like pizza around the corner straight up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
some good pizza. Well, we were hungry as hell, so.
Yeah, it's weird. Freaking New York and pizza is just them shits is just everywhere, like hole in the wall ass, like little spots and shit. So yeah. So we'll see.
I think Chicago's known for their pizza though.
The deep dish, bro.
Deep dish pizza, yeah.
So we'll
I'll have to try that. I've never had nothing like that, honestly.
No?
Seems like it's a shit ton of cheese though, huh?
Oh, I think it's like a fuck ton of bread if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
You've never had like a deep dish pizza
No,
from like even like some trash ass. Well, I'm not saying it's trash. It's just low
Maybe
quality.
like the Pizza Hut shit.
Yeah.
I might have one time, but I feel like that shit just had a bunch of
It
cheese.
doesn't do it
too.
justice. Yeah. No, I get you. Well, shit. I guess we'll discover it and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, bro. That shit. Okay.
I'm excited.
Yes, sir. But yeah, bro. Shit. Again, we're in August. I guess. Do you have any cool? I don't even know. Well, I guess the freaking trip is literally almost a month. It's usually at the end. Like literally, it's basically September to be honest.
Yeah.
But I guess before then, do you have like any tasks or it's like things you need to do before like, obviously.
Not specifically. I mean, I just have a few projects. By then they'll be done. The big thing is the house thing.
Oh yeah.
We'll be moved into the new house, and then I'm curious to see where we're at with projects there because obviously we have to do the whole lawn, fence,
Oh yeah.
cement, all the things we want to do to it. So I'm curious to see where that's at. My girlfriend's actually gonna be taking off. I think the week before we leave. So I literally, she's getting back.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be leaving like the next day or something like that.
Oh, where's she going?
She's going to Texas for some concert out there.
Oh, okay. She's going with her friends type shit.
Yeah, with her
Oh, okay.
sister. I believe it's just her sister, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm sure it'd be fun for her just to explore out there. I don't think she's been out there either. I think it's
Oh,
Houston.
Texas.
So
Okay. That's cool because we actually, when I was talking with Salo, we were like trying to like maybe think of something. This was like way early, like maybe like beginning of the year type shit after we missed the whole Mardi Gras things because
mhm.
our first, I guess, initial trip was to go to Mardi Gras. And
Yeah.
where the hell is it again?
Uh,
It's like Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
But then
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Freaking be forgetting and shit.
Hmm.
But yeah, it didn't work out. You know, everyone, I feel like it was just everyone was, you know, and then I think another thing was that I think when we did schedule the New York trip, I believe, we scheduled it like hella early. So
Mm.
we were literally waiting like 4 to 5 months. And I feel like that dragged a lot. But then we did the opposite where it's like, oh shit, like this shit's in 2 months. And then
Hmm.
no one was like on board. So I was just like, yeah, let's just plan this shit out like way early, you
Yeah, it
know?
seems like it works out the best that way.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
and it's kind of cool just to have it there. Like by then, it's already paid. It's kind of forgotten almost, and it pops up and it's like, oh shit, let's go do something.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
so, it does make it nice like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think before the year ends, I think I'll definitely have to take another trip though. Just like
You've been saying that you've been wanting to go to what islands is it?
oh shit,
You've been
Saint
saying
Thomas.
St. Thomas, the U.S.
Yeah,
Virgin Islands,
yeah,
right? Okay,
part of the Virgin Islands. Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty
crazy.
dope.
They drive on the opposite side of the road there.
The fuck, bro?
Yeah, but you could. So I was curious about that. I'm like, so with the U.S. like driver's license, it's U.S. territory. Are you allowed to drive like on the opposite side of the road, like legally? And I think yeah, you're legit. So they'll rent you a car and everything because I've gone
Oh
that far with the
shit.
whole booking thing.
Yeah.
It seems like it's all good. So
Damn. Okay. Would you rent a car if you were to go down there?
I probably would. We always
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, it's just I don't
Ah.
know, like the
Okay.
whole. It's not bad doing the Uber thing. Honestly, it is kind of less probably a pain in the ass for parking and shit like that. But
It probably just depends if it's a bigger city,
I just
huh?
like to explore like the crazy shit, like little fucking drive fucking miles into some weird little town and then just pull off and then there's like a crazy fucking beautiful beach that no one's there on.
Got you.
That's the stuff I like.
Okay,
That's
you can tell the Lyft driver, "Yo, we're going this way. Like, chill."
yeah, I
Like,
think right here. What do you think is good? Like, it's just
yeah.
like he's just gonna drop you off at a destination. That's it. So
I guess that's a good point. There's like pros and cons to both of that because on one hand, like you said, you could do whatever the hell you want,
hmm
but at the same time, I guess we've been doing is we interview the freaking Lyft driver, and we
mm,
always ask shit,
that is true.
and they always usually sometimes could potentially give us good spots or
Hmm.
some shit that he maybe doesn't even know. So I feel like when we're in Chicago, that's definitely be like, hey, sir, man, whatever the hell, and try to
Yeah,
get some information out of him because that shit,
I'm sure
it makes the
yeah,
experience way better. Like that
it
ass.
does. And I think Loki, the two people that I specifically remember we asked in Seattle and New York, they actually gave us some really good pointers of places. And
Remind me of one because I low key kind of
the
forgot.
Seattle one was the fuck. What was that one? I don't I don't remember exactly what it was though, but it was one of the Uber. I think maybe Johan
Recommendation. Might
asked.
have said some.
He
Yeah,
asked a bunch.
that fool always asking some dumb shit though.
He
This
did
comes when
ask.
we get drunk though. He be asking some dumb
Yeah,
shit.
but I think some of them we actually ended up going to one place, and then the one in it's after we got picked up from the Central Park in New York. Do you remember
Damn, bro.
that?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how you remember all
I
this
think you
shit.
referred us to like the place we went to go eat that night, and it was that fancy restaurant. Well, he told us the area. And he says this is like where all like the like millionaires. It was on Millionaire Row.
Oh shit.
That whole new part of like New York with like all the new crazy buildings.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was over there, and we pulled up to that like restaurant, and it was just like a bunch of like you
Just
could tell
little
like
cool little spots and shit.
yeah, nice cars. People you could tell were dressed a lot nicer. And but anyways, that place was like by appointment only, so we ended up going somewhere else. But he did lead us somewhere where it was pretty cool. So
Got you. See, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
you remember
I
that?
spaced that out. That's why when we go to like spots and shit, vacations, whatever you wanna call them. I love just trying to film everything. Little
Mm,
snaps, things like that. Cause shit, if it weren't for those things, I feel like I'd forget like a lot of the trip, bro.
yeah, that's a fact. Well, we see a lot of things too, man.
It's just overwhelming. It's just so much shit. Like, and our
Yeah,
energy like throughout the whole thing is just like
and
so
we're just
high.
walking too, so we're just like
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a fact. But I feel like when we did go to Seattle, by the time we left, we had a pretty good idea of like where a lot of shit was.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were on the scooters. We basically every day for like 4 days we'd go to like the city. And by that time we kind of were like, oh shit, this is where the needle's at. Oh shit, this is where the
Mm-hmm.
freaking Ferris wheel is. Oh shit, over here, we got the freaking crackheads yelling at us and shit. Like all that shit. So I was like, all right, New York, nah, that shit too big. Like
Nah,
that shit was too fucking big. Like nah, I can't memorize that one.
nah. And the thing is, there's no freaking scooters there either, so it's
It's a
just
fact,
walking. So you don't
bro.
get around town, I guess,
Hell
fast.
no, you be walking your ass.
Yeah.
It's a fact,
Damn.
bro. Even
That's
the
cool.
freaking park was huge as fuck, bro.
Yeah. That
Oh
that
my
was
god,
mind blowing, honestly.
I love that they haven't like
I think we
said.
started halfway in it, no? And we like try to walk to the end of it, and we it took us forever.
It took a grip, bro. But that shit was so beautiful though.
It
That
was.
was probably one of the coolest things. Like it's kind of crazy. It's like an urban jungle, kind of in a sense. I don't even know if that makes sense, but a fuck ton of big ass skyscrapers all around, and then just in the middle, like literally a block, not even a
Mm-hmm.
block, it's like a straight up like a rectangle looking ass shit, straight
Just
just
greenery, yeah, just
yeah,
vegetation.
exactly. So
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And like just like the formation of it, it has like they have ponds and a little lake there, whatever it is, and then
yeah,
the rocks, like they have, like tunnels and shit there. It's pretty good, dope. So
yeah, I feel like some shit like you watch in movies, you know? It's like oh
I always
shit,
think of
which one?
Home Alone.
Oh, for real?
Is that the movie that they go through there? I think it is Home
I
Alone.
think so. I've been watching that movie so long that I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
rewatch it. And yeah, but okay, just be like, oh shit,
yeah,
yeah. No, I was like that in LA. Every time I go to LA, I'm like, I feel like I just see some shit,
yeah.
Or my cousins over there telling me, they're like, yo, this movie was filmed here since they're from over there,
Oh, down. Yeah.
so they'd just be putting me on and shit. So yeah, bro,
Oh,
good
shit.
vibes,
Yeah. Yeah,
good
I'm
vibes.
excited, no. Excited to see what we come back from this one. Tell you guys and stories we make and memories we make.
Facts and experiences, and broaden our perspective on just different cultures, and I guess the U.S. too.
Yeah.
Because this is what the north side of the U.S. I don't think we've ever done that one.
Mm-mm.
We've done like the northwest, which would be like Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
We've done the northeast, or basically the east coast,
Yeah.
or I guess the northeast over there in New York. And then well, shit, I've done Georgia and Florida, but that's more like south, kind of. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
southeast. And then yeah, Louisiana, we should do that one. That would be the south.
Yeah, really
And
smack down in the middle.
exactly. And then we're doing Chicago, so that'd be the north. So that'd be doing that. And I think you've done the center actually, because
Yeah.
I always forget where the freak you went, but
It was like between Kansas City and Illinois.
yeah.
Well, sorry, that's the city, Kansas City, right?
Mhm.
It's Missouri and Illinois.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, bro. Shit, excited, good things coming, good vibes and shit, bro. But how you feeling, bro? How's
Yeah,
life, bro?
pretty good, man. Kind of getting rid of some work here that we have. Getting rid of some cars, I should say. Finally getting, starting to see the end of the McLaren. Get that thing pretty much all wrapped up now. It's as far as the car being put together and wrapped, it's all done. Now it's just a little cosmetic things that we're adding to it, just to kind of give it the more extra, that it's needing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for you guys. I've been so bad at posting, to be honest with you. This
Same.
whole year. This whole year's just been
A
I
little
can't even.
chaos, huh?
I think it was maybe the first 3 months I might have like been active on social media for my business and stuff.
Okay.
I think actual personal,
Mhm.
I haven't. Maybe this whole year I haven't even posted nothing.
Oh, personal? Yeah, you never post.
Yeah,
Never post.
I've been very just not active on that shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I need to get better with the business one at least because I have like honestly we get a lot of cool cars here and projects that we do and I just need to start sharing them even if it's just like for you guys like to see and it's nothing like we need to build clout in a way and show but it's more just to like show off like
Yeah.
the cool work in the cars and
Why not, bro? The
but
fuck? Yeah, shit. With both of them, like your business, shit, even the pod. Once we get a little bit more time and shit. I know it's this month kind of been, or I guess July was pretty hectic. It's kind of come into a conclusion here, but yeah, it's been just kind of hectic. The whole real estate thing. I feel like I don't know. Do you feel like this whole real estate transaction, all that, like maybe took some mental capacity away?
oh
Where you-
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. It's like
Dude,
you could do more, but it
there's
kind
so
of
much that holds
restrains.
back, yeah. And right when you think it was like done, it's like no, there's still more. Like we're waiting for the wire, we're waiting for this. Is this gonna be good? Like we gotta stay on it because if not, the end date to make it all finally be
work.
done, it won't finish. If you're
Yeah.
not. So, but no, it's definitely been taking a lot. I think from all of us. I mean, for you as the agent, us as like just trying to get everything all lined up for you guys, the lender and all that. So, But no, shout out to all you guys. So
Yeah, well,
it's
likewise, bro.
yeah, it takes a lot. So now I know.
Yeah. Now you know.
Yeah, honestly, when I did the first like transaction with the Roy House, I don't remember it being that crazy, honestly.
No.
But back then, it was times was different. I was just more, 9 to 5 job, so
Oh.
it was just and then it wasn't like a time frame. It was more of a we need to buy a house. If we get a house, it's cool. We have a new house, but right now it's just more like we have to have it within this time. So we had to like find a house quick, the whole lending thing, but now it seems like we're getting it. And maybe the first transaction, that's probably why it wasn't so crazy, because I was just taking my time with it and not really stressing over it.
The first one, do you remember if you sold your house before you bought the next one, or how did that work, if you remember?
No, so I was under my name, so basically, my dad was able to keep the first one.
Oh, so you
So yeah,
basically
we had
got another
both. Yeah,
house, and then, okay, I got you.
yeah, we didn't have to, because most people have to wait too. Like if we don't want to buy a house, they're like, oh, we have to wait for this transaction to sell, like before we can close on the new one. So it's like
Yeah.
in the clause or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, like how we're doing right now. We
Mm-hmm.
make a contingent of the sale of the property, like to buy the new purchase property.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
And luckily we had like a guaranteed buyer, obviously, because we're closing with, the state.
exactly.
But it wasn't like if it was a customer, like just a regular client, I mean, I should say, like,
Yeah, some other
then
buyer, random buyer type shit.
their lending can fail or,
A lot of shit can go wrong.
yeah, I mean, as I can see now, yeah. So, yeah, luckily we didn't go that route. Well, it wasn't like that for us. But, yeah, that's kind of what it was, an easier process for the first one. And just went a lot smoother, too.
No, that's good, bro. What do you have any like special like tricks, or maybe, I don't know, things or hobbies you do to like maybe get your mind off of it and like gain some sanity back? Or is it just like fuck it, like we're
Shit. I don't know, man. Just hanging out with friends.
I guess that's true. I feel like, yeah, when I hang out with you,
Girlfriend,
yeah, exactly,
my
girlfriend.
pets. When I get to the house, both my dogs just greet me. Shit,
Yeah.
it kind of makes everything just kind of just go away. So that's kind of the big thing. Just kind of helps. Relieve the mind from what you're thinking and going through. So that's for me. What about you though? You said kind of the same.
Yeah, in a sense. I guess some things is, like, yeah, I'd say that's probably the biggest one, honestly. I've been kind of more self-aware about it now, but just people, bro, the relationships you have, especially if they're good, positive ones, and you're getting like good feedback, like that'll literally change. I feel like maybe that's something I'm becoming aware that I've been working from freaking home for 3-4 years, and I'm just like, damn, why am I feeling, either down or something, it's like something feels off. But maybe that's what it is, because humans are, in a sense, built for human connection.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everything we do is human connection, in a sense. Like, we go to work, we talk to people, clients, we provide some type of service or value if you're an employee, and then, yeah, just basically kind of do that. But obviously, if you're working from home and you're over the phone, probably having the same conversations over and over again, it doesn't even feel like you're talking to anyone. So I guess that maybe isn't something that I have to be better at too. If maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to maybe have some more rapport with the people I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it all depends, because at the same time you also want to be like, damn, I don't want to be on the phone with one person for a whole ass hour either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So, but yeah, that's something that, yeah, I feel like that would probably be the answer to the question. Just human contact, relationships.
Yeah, it really is. For me, for work, it was kind of like that for a minute. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I probably did get more done on my own. But having an employee and just being like the busy season when people are just literally coming in, coming out, talking, it does kind of help. Just because you got like someone to like, I don't know, just help you get through it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, when I was on myself, yeah, I was probably getting more done because my head was down. I was just working. But at the same time, it's just like, shit, there's no one, no one to talk to. Just like, the homie and girlfriend, parents, and whoever came around. So,
Yeah.
but no, it's definitely, yeah, I think that's definitely the answer, like you said. Relationships, just
That's
people.
a fact.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a fact. Because that's something I was noticing yesterday. Like, usually I don't be talking and, want to go to the gym. But yesterday I pulled up late. Pulled about 7:30, something like that. And then, yeah, I did my, my workout. I think I only had like 2 exercises left. But I usually leave, I guess you could say, like the easier ones or the fun ones for the end.
mm-hmm.
So that way it's like, just get the bullshit out the way. Like either like a squat or a leg press. shit was, or well, shit, benching is pretty fun, but that's like one of those heavy, like exhausting ones where you gotta like,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of push it all through. But then after maybe, you do freaking calves. Like well, I like doing calves, like the at least the seated ones. Even the standing, like standing calf raises are pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just kind of leaving it like that. But before I was just, even like people that maybe I just say what's up to real quick. Like we actually just chopped it up for maybe 10 minutes and just kind of learn more about them. And maybe it wasn't necessarily like something where I left the conversation and being like, damn, like I learned something,
Mm-hmm.
I guess for my benefit, but it was just kind of cool to talk and connect with another person and kind of see maybe their point of view or what their background or what they're doing. Because
Yeah.
in a sense, I always do try to mix maybe some type of self awareness or like, what are you doing? Or, you know, because I like, there's a couple of dudes at the gym I like talking to just because they're like younger.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are kind of in the position I was in, or even like where I am now. Like sometimes you just like, shit, we're just trying to make it out. And yeah, bro, just trying to, maybe get an idea from them even. Like I just kind of stay quiet, just kind of listen. And if I have something maybe insightful or something, I wouldn't like try to push it down no one's throat, like never. But I'd be like, oh shit, I used to do that, or
Mm-hmm.
kind of in a sense, and have just like a more meaningful connection. And that way, next time you see someone, you're just like more, I guess,
Yeah.
connected with them.
Yeah. No,
Because I've
100%. Yeah.
noticed that, bro. A lot of people, like, let's say I go to a friend's house and they have other friends. They just be talking maybe about like fun shit, which is awesome, like fucking around, all that. But that's like literally everything they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's never like, so usually when I pull up sometimes, like, it's like that. But at the same time, I might mix some crazy shit in there, like, "Hey, bro, like, how's life? What you've been doing?" And then sometimes I just like asking questions. And then sometimes by me asking those questions to these people, they kind of are like, "Oh shit," that kind of become self-aware in a sense on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like it makes us like the connection with us is deeper, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
than if we were just bullshitting the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Essentially, no.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I've had that with a few people. It's just like you. Yeah, because most part, and I've had people like I've hung out and known forever,
Hmm.
and it's just been like the conversation either about like the business of like them coming and getting a service done,
Yeah.
or just like of the usual shit that I talk to them. But then there's like that one conversation you have with them of like something else, like how you been, like what are you working on, like, and then that's like where it's like, oh shit, like you kind of build a better bond right there.
Yeah, bro.
And then it's always like, I think we talked about in the past, like you just like end up
Hmm.
just literally helping each other out in a way. Like it's, you're getting something out of them and they're getting something out of you
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, after you build that bond.
100%. I feel like what it is, it's like you just more vulnerable,
Hmm.
and you have and you keep, in a sense, you're just vulnerable, and it's like, yo, this other person is a human being. We're going through like maybe similar things or issues and problems,
Hmm.
where like you just connect to that person just instead of just the same shit, like, oh, what's up, how you doing? And I don't know what, what I guess other people would be talking about, but
Yeah.
I don't know, but just something cool, something other.
Relationships, man, from like the connections you make with people, that's
Value them.
it's very, yeah, very valuable.
Exactly.
And I
Well,
guess I think we said too, like sometimes it's just the people next to you, like people that you literally work around,
yep.
live around. Shit, the most that might be the people that can help you the most. Honestly, we
100%,
just
bro.
kind of blind to it sometimes.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, you also got to be wary about like who you're talking to, or maybe even providing information to, because maybe this person isn't like the best type of person to be sharing these,
Oh
type
yeah,
of
no, yeah.
conversations and stuff. Because I don't know if I've ever told this story, but in a sense, you let me know. It's basically when I started working at basically my first factory, bro. I graduated high school,
Hmm.
like straight up, bro. And then went to work at this, basically this plant, I guess you could say. We were making heaters, industrial heaters, like big ass heaters for like tech companies, shit like that. And yeah, I just started working in sheet metal as a temp, like a lot of people do. 18 straight off out of high school.
Hmm.
And shit, as an 18-year-old, I was like, damn, like, okay, let's do it. If you just graduated, you're kind of confused, I guess, in life. You're like, oh shit, like, I'm not going to school for right now. Well, at least I didn't until
Yeah,
maybe
it was a
like six
fucked
months.
up time, huh? Where you're just like you graduate, you're just like the fuck.
Yeah, like what the hell's going on? Like
Yeah,
straight up, you kind of feel lost in a bit.
it
Like,
is
bro,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of where you definitely kind of grow up a little bit more for sure. You're like, oh shit, this is life. Like no one cares if I go to school or not anymore. Obviously, when you're a kid growing up, it's like, yo, you're expected to go and you're gonna go. But
yeah. That's what you're gonna do every day. It's like you have your plan.
exactly, it's kind of set for you. But
Yeah.
shit, when you graduate, it's like it's all on your own. You do it, but Yeah, I basically started, doing sheet metal, specifically deburring, like a sense, like metal. So they would essentially cut pieces of like sheet metal, punch the shits out, and then they would put them through a sander, and then individually would cut them out with like pliers, and just essentially deburring, which is in a sense just taking this the sharp edge out of
Mm-hmm.
the metal, making sure you don't freaking cut yourself
Yeah.
on the edge.
Doling it down a little bit.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I was doing. But I remember I actually started working with another individual. He was older than me though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was maybe like 30-ish, maybe, around there. And he seemed kind of cool, like me and him started the same day, I don't know if you want to call that class or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we started working, and quickly I discovered, that humans can kind of be, fucked up, I guess you could say. Because what ended up happening is I got the job, or heard about the job because I had an uncle working there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we started working there, and obviously he had to connect. He kind of knew everyone around because he worked in the same department as me. But with this other dude that was there with me, I ended up, just by nature, we're working there, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we just kicked it off. Like, we were, became friends, I guess, associates, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
And he was cool, I guess. But after some time, I don't know, like, I just got like a weird energy from him. And eventually, I think I got promoted or got switched to something called the shear, where it's essentially cutting the pieces of metal before it gets punched out. So I like moved, and then I got like $1 raise or some shit. This is when I was making like freaking $11-12, bro. So it wasn't even anything crazy. But yeah, he ended up quitting maybe 6-7 months after. But out of the blue, he didn't even call in sick or quit. He just straight up just stopped showing up type shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, whatever. But then one dude, a guy that was there, one of the guys that has been there for like a minute type shit. Like,
Yeah.
I made him my friend. He's cool as fuck. He told me that the first 1 or 2 weeks that I started, that that dude that quit went up to him, bro, and he said that I was talking shit on him and some other dude, bro, there.
Oh shit! On
Yeah.
the old guy.
Some old guy, bro. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, obviously, this was 7-8 months after. I was never like made aware.
Yeah.
But I guess that my uncle, he went to my uncle and was like, yo, like, this dude is saying that, like, your nephew's talking shit and all this.
Mm.
And obviously, my uncle was like, the fuck? Like, he's not like that,
Yeah.
And obviously, the dude that, got told that was probably like, maybe a little iffy, obviously. The fuck, obviously. But after time, your true colors will kind of present themselves.
Yeah.
And, you'll see. So that's kind of one of those things I always look back and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I literally thought me and this dude started together. Like, maybe we'd be cool. Like, I don't know, not friends necessarily, but we're working there. Like, yo, we're both here to try to make a check. I don't know if he kind of seen me as a threat, where it's like, yo, we're going to hire 2 fools right here. Only one's going to make it out. Let's see who's the best.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. He like took it, bro.
Yeah.
So be wary of who.
Yeah. You always got to be aware.
Because holy shit.
Don't let your guard down, for sure.
Hell no, bro.
Always keep that thing up. But yeah, that's kind of funny you say that, because it reminds me of like when I started my first like factory job right out of high school too, auto leaf, when I worked there. And man, it was different because I got put like it was more of a, what do you call it? A recall. So they hired a bunch of people.
Okay.
And it was just mixed people. I mean, it was 50-year-olds, people like my age, 27-year-olds. But I was just like more mind blown at that time of just like the age difference. I was like, what the hell? Like, we're all here for like the same thing in a way. But yeah, little by little, we kind of started dwindling down as like, they literally, like, it was like almost like a competition, like who could work the fastest. And at that point, it was like, you're almost like competing with the person next to you. Like, oh, these guys, they boxed, I don't know, 1,000 of these things today. We're basically putting these little fucking things in envelopes.
Okay.
It was like little felt pads. I guess the recall was like the buckles for the seatbelt. Usually they have like a little felt on the backside that doesn't slap against the center console, so it doesn't make noise or scratch the center console. They didn't put the felt pads on. So we were putting little envelopes with the part number with the felt pad. Anyways, we were packing like a shit ton a day. Like, I think the goal was like 1,000 a day. Just
holy shit,
putting it in, or we have to cut it, put it in, fucking glue it, whatever it is. And yeah, it was a competition, but I don't think it has nothing to do with this, but it just reminded me of what you said about like
the environment.
Yeah, competing literally, like you're going in just to like
Yeah, that's how he took
And
it.
you couldn't
I
get too close to them because if you're like make too good friends of them, then they were just kind of like they'd know they'd feel like it almost seemed like they'd talk to you more, so you work slower because they'd catch on
what?
to make you slow down
So
and
super competitive.
oh yeah, they're fucking playing a mind game there with you. I didn't
Holy
catch on to it till
shit.
afterwards, but luckily I got promoted to like up higher. And I dipped out of the recall area and actually
Yeah.
got put on a line, like boxing, just like old, what do you call it? It's like basically stuff that was out of stock,
Oh,
and
okay.
like let's say it was like a 2005 Buick something. They needed a seatbelt for it, so they literally make a seatbelt for like an old ass car. But
Oh,
it was cool. I mean, it wasn't the best factory job, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. But
yeah. We start
taught me
off.
a lot for sure.
Yeah, bro. That's
But
kind of where I got my first, freaking things of human nature.
yeah,
I feel like another one was growing up. I don't even know how it went. Basically, I had like a friend, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was like a friend. I made a friend. That friend had, I guess you could say, another associate or best friend since they were little. And since he saw that I was, chilling with his new friend, this was in middle school. I didn't catch on to this till like after, and I kind of like sat down. I was, oh shit. He felt like maybe threatened or left out in a sense, so we all started kicking it. And I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is, but I feel like this kind of happens to me a lot where I kind of start catching on now, where people, I don't know if it's probably jealousy a little bit, but I'm not trying to say like I'm fucking human, like the fuck,
yeah,
like there's no reason you should be that jealous. Like come on, man. Like there's way cooler people, obviously, but
hmm
obviously if it's your immediate circle, I guess it makes sense, whatever. But yeah, bro, I just started noticing this man being weird, and then this person started talking shit to me, or I guess to other people behind my back at school, trying to turn like the whole like school or people like around me type shit, bro. But it was just like a weird thing. It was just like a trip, like
seems
not
like
looking
they had
back.
something going on in their head.
Yeah, like they were not at peace or some shit. But
Mm.
like I said, like there's people out there that will try to go behind your back, talk shit, and just basically try to destroy you. I don't know. Again, it's probably jealousy because jealousy is the number one sin that no one admits. Everyone
Yeah,
would admit to stealing, to doing any type of crime, shit like that.
not
But no
jealous.
one's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I'm jealous of you." Like, when
Yeah,
the fuck do you hear that?
never. And you won't.
So
Yeah,
you won't. So
that's just what it is. Yeah.
basically thread lightly around, some people, especially if you don't really know them. Maybe, I don't know, see clues. And other things like always, see if you can maybe see like body language, or let's say a good test actually is give them really good news
Mm.
and but like maybe it's like fake and see how they react, bro.
Mm.
And they'll tell you
See.
everything. And then the facial expression will give it all, bro. Because you could see it like in the eyes, bro. When someone's really happy for you,
Mm.
the smile is different when it's a fake one. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah, it is true.
You could be like a fake, but like when it's like, you
Yeah,
like you could see it, like you could sense it
yeah.
sometimes.
I'm pretty good at reading people.
So
So
you could be like, yo, this motherfucker hating on me,
yeah. Sometimes I fuck with people like that though.
Yeah.
Not what they're hating, but I just like when
Mhm.
people like I catch people on lies. I don't know. I can tell people when they're lying, they're just capping, just talking out of their ass. I just keep going with the fucking story. Like, oh yeah, man.
Just to see how far like
Yeah,
they
and
go with
they
it.
fucking take it
They
so
take
far.
it far as shit.
And people always kind of give me crap sometimes for like, damn, like you shouldn't even like take it that far. Like just let it be, or not let it be, but like let them know they're wrong. But I'm like it's whatever. Like
They're not gonna learn though.
no, even
If
if I waste my time and like try to correct them, like it just makes me look like a worse guy, and they're just gonna leave a bad taste in their mouth of who I was to them. And I'm like, that's who they are, man. If they're like this at that age, that's in them.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it before. Like, if you're not willing to change yourself, like, there's really no hope. Like, you could maybe, try to tell someone something that maybe some information that they don't know. But at the end of the day, if they're just stubborn and don't want to change their mind, then,
Hmm
because I ain't gonna lie, like, maybe everyone's like this, but I feel like I was pretty bad at just being stubborn, or maybe definitely had like a bigger ego than people. But you just kind of see past it, and then eventually grow up, and you're just like, well, some people get the
hmm
awareness. Like, yo, what the fuck is this even? Like, this is not even benefiting anyone. Not it's if anything, it's being detrimental to myself. Like, I'm lying to myself. I'm probably feeling like shit.
hmm
I'm not confident. I'm over here trying to make other people life, basically, yeah, other people's lives worse to feel better about myself. And what kind of like life is that, to want to like live just
Yeah.
to put other people down to feel good about yourself?
No, it's not a life
Like
worth
what the
living.
fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Just stay in your little bubble. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
kind of in a way.
It's fucked because it's like, yeah, stay in your own lane, but at the same time, it's like, go talk to people, try to meet people, make connections. Because, that's something I've stuck at. I feel like for this whole time, I've been like, I'm just going to be doing me. I'm going to stick in my own bubble, do all that shit. But that quickly, I've realized that, like,
Yeah.
with this business shit, it's all about, like, who you know,
Yeah.
connections, who could maybe introduce you to who next. It's all about that, bro.
Yeah. Networking.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you have to get out there. You can't do it on your own, honestly.
Nah,
It's,
not well. You can to a certain extent. You're gonna reach a ceiling really freaking quick.
yeah.
But if you want to keep busting through that freaking ceiling and reach new heights, then I think the best shortcut, honestly, now that I'm finally like being unstubborn or whatever the hell you want to
Mm-hmm.
call it, bro. People that are in better places than you, that have already done what you're trying to do, like that's literally the shortcut. Like if
Yeah.
you
Literally.
do that, bro, you'll save so much time. I swear to you, just get
Yeah.
the ego out the way. Fuck all that. That's not gonna help you, like dead ass. But if you're talking to these like people that have been where you're at, bro, holy shit.
Well,
That's what I've been
they'll
thinking
tell you some
about.
shit.
Cause remember, I think it was last pod, and I think I talked about the dude
Yeah.
I talked to, all that. I've been thinking about like just conversations, shit like I've been, I guess, having with or had with him.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things is like, damn, if I wanted to talk to that dude, how long would I have gone with doing the same shit before, like, now knowing that people do things differently?
Yeah.
That's one thing I was like, would it have taken a year, 2 years?
Shit. Probably more.
Exactly. So now that with that new insight in my head, I'm like, yo, fuck that. I'm trying to talk to way more people, and maybe not just specifically in what I'm trying to do, but people that just are better in business and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we always say stay curious, but don't have that ego shit.
No, and I was the same, honestly. I could relate to that shit
Yeah.
100%. With my business, yeah. Well, one thing I told people, like, it took me forever to figure out what I know now. But one thing, too, was my environment I was in. A lot of people were very, they were, like, gatekeeping. They weren't really wanting to say nothing. But also me, too. I kind of have an ego. I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
can figure this on my own. Like, I'm not going to just keep trying and keep getting let down. Well, I was, I think, more afraid of getting let down. So I didn't
Gotcha.
even really bother asking people. But shit, because of that, it took me a lot longer probably to get where I'm at now. And I probably could have got that a lot sooner if I was just more or less, what do you call it? Like, yeah, I just had less of an ego and be
Yeah.
like,
Open minded and
open,
shit.
yeah. And like I said, I did conversate about last time or a few podcasts ago about like me possibly working for a shop. But there's just the speculations that he was having was going to really affect me and kind of make me go backwards in my. So
Yeah.
I think at that point, that was the only time I actually like kind of let my ego go. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay, well, I'm going to give it a shot with somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my business kind of go to shit to hopefully pick up something from him that will help me in the future. But
Hmm.
at that point, it was just like, no, this doesn't seem right. It's just going backwards almost. But yeah, man, I feel like if I would have known, like the people around me right now when they come here, like I literally just like I tell them where I buy this shit, how I do it, how I learned. I teach them if you want. I'm like, it's just better you doing it. But just for the fact that I know if somebody handed me all that information, I probably would have took it. But it just depends the person too. I know a lot of these
Yeah.
people, they're not going to take it. They'll probably listen and do it all, but I just know like it's not hurting me to just teach them. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just kind of wish I probably would have done a little sooner. I probably would have been a little bit more ahead than where I'm at right now. But
It's just life,
you
though,
live and you
bro.
learn. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously
So
I've learned and now I'm trying to help other people.
honestly, it's great that we're both self-aware in our 20s instead of being like 40s
Oh,
and
imagine.
50s,
Yeah.
and
You'd be
because
regretting life.
shit. And some
Yeah.
people probably, I know a lot of people actually don't even get that awareness, so they just die, and that's how they
Yeah.
live life. It's like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
They literally die wondering.
Not
So
even wondering, bro, not knowing that there was a better way to live and
that
we're
too.
miserable and shit. Because a lot of people just make my lives miserable. I feel like even myself included in some scenarios where I'm
Hmm.
like, bro, like everything's good. Like just be patient, trust the process. Like if you're working every day, it's eventually gonna happen. Like you're
Hmm.
one day closer to, reaching your goals and succeeding and doing all that. But sometimes it's just, I don't know if I let the pressure or, like they say that the comparison is the thief of joy. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
just comparing myself to other people that, I don't know, have crazy shit. But at the same time, it's like I'm not those individuals. Maybe they had ins or outs, or, maybe they had, I don't know, just other shit that I never had. So it's like, it's not even a fair game to compare. It's like you just
No.
like don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to, yeah.
Well, I guess this brings something up. maybe you could give me some insight on it. So this is the current problem I'm facing that I'm trying to figure out. So I'm trying to start something, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and I either have like two ways of maybe, or maybe there's probably a lot of ways of approaching it. On one hand, I could continue doing what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is trying to, obviously get good at this whole website shit, keep doing that, eventually transition over to SEO, practice on my own thing, and then obviously do people's shit for free, testimonials, and then, kind of grow there little by little. I could go that route, or I could go the route where I essentially maybe start selling my service right now, like literally like now,
Mm-hmm.
and then figure it out on the way. Or most likely I'm not going to figure it out that fast, to be honest, because skills usually
Yeah.
take a minute to, develop. Or one thing would be outsource it to, someone else for cheaper. So for example, let's say someone wants to get a, I don't know, a freaking website. This is probably not what I'm going to do, but just saying.
Mm-hmm. Example, yeah.
Yeah, example. Let's say I sell the website package or whatever the fuck for $1,000. I could have someone do it for me for $500,
Mm-hmm.
which means I make $500,
Yeah.
and kind of do it that way.
It saves all the time.
Exactly. So that's kind of, I guess, what I'm kind of dealing with and kind of doing. I feel like right now I'm still like doing the whole website shit because I still want to at least have an understanding, not just be like, yo, I do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know what the fuck it is that I'm
Yeah.
doing.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no, but yeah, I go back to like what I was telling you last time. It's like owning a restaurant and not being how to cook, like knowing how to cook. Like you have to know at least the basis of it. So I would say, I don't know if it was me, like I'm related to my business, I guess,
Let me know.
which may not relate to yours, but I mean, I kind of started the same way. I mean, I didn't do free work. I did cheap labor for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I was charging people $50 to detail their cars.
I remember that shit.
That is,
That's a steal. What the fuck?
and then, because I was like, and honestly, like, I'm not trying to like toot on a horn, but dude, I was like doing a good job. Like,
Dude, we're doing great, bro.
for compared to most people, that you could pay probably 150 nowadays. Well, not even that, probably $200 plus, and I probably would have done a better job than what people were doing back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was doing it at my house. I was hungry for work, trying to get my name out there. Yeah. But anyways, I don't know. That's one thing. I started off that way, just cheap labor, just to get your name out. But at the same time, like you're learning, because I feel like you do have to learn it.
Yeah.
In the future, I would say, yeah, outsource the stuff, right? Because time's going to be becoming more valuable to you, as like I'm seeing now. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, like if somebody walks out on you like last minute, like you got to know how to like fix the problem. Like let's say there's like a time crunch to a project you're doing for a client, and
Yeah.
for some reason I don't know, something happens, something tragic. You're the website designer or the guy that was in charge of the image thing fails on you, and you got to come up quick. And it's like, if you don't know nothing, then you put yourself in a bad spot in a way, I guess. You kind of trap yourself in a corner. But if you know it, you're just like, you know how to respond and how to get it. But like I said, that's kind of more relating to my business, but I feel like
Nah, it's some similarities, bro.
yeah, because I'm like, I always relate it to the restaurant thing, man. Like I don't know, I would never own a restaurant knowing that I don't know how to cook. It's like just like that. Just the stress would eat me alive, knowing that if that cook don't show up tomorrow, like this shit like ain't nothing. Like yeah, just put the close sign. Don't even open it. So it's kind of like that in a way, but at the same time, as long as you have a good team, but I feel like it's going to take a while to get the new team, because you also have to, the work that they put out for you, you're going to have to check it. You have to know if it's done right. Because if, let's say they just give you a website, oh yeah, it looks good, but now that you know about it, you catch on, like you went through my website and you caught some things that like, hey, this could have been better. But let's say somebody did a website, like when they did mine, I was like, this is dope, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But like that's stuff that maybe other people would tell them, like, hey man, they missed this, this, and that. But if you were the one to catch it, it's kind of like my truck thing, my truck problem I had. If there was someone there to check it before it got to me, that'd be cool. But at the same time, it's kind of like outsourcing. I talked to the guy. He gave the keys to the mechanic. The mechanic did the job. Gave it back to the guy. The guy called me. And there was no one in the middle that checked it. He was just relying on the mechanic to do a good job.
Got you. Okay.
So I feel like you got to be and I'm the one that, in my business, I'm the one that gets the job, does the job, checks the job, delivers the job. And I feel like it is a lot for me though. And in your sense, it may be better just to outsource some things, but I would say to learn it maybe. I wouldn't say
I think you're right. When you were talking and like telling me this, I think I had like a little epiphany.
Yeah.
Because even Alex Hormozy, someone I follow,
Mm-hmm.
he's saying that like sometimes the best marketing is actually having like a good product or service. So by you saying that, by me knowing that if I do outsource it and I don't catch my own service
Yeah.
like being shit, then I'm basically having a maybe not as good up to par service, which means that the marketing, natural marketing, word of mouth, is not going to be as good as if it was. So like you said, maybe it is a good idea to invest a lot of time, or at least understand
Yeah.
that what if I'm getting is shit or if it's really good, because maybe I get something back
Mm-hmm.
and it'll save me the time of the just the monotonous ass like just moving shit around
Yeah.
placing, and then I could go in there
Critique it more. Yeah.
and up and basically up it up.
Another thing too is you can't beat yourself up for this because you're not gonna learn it overnight. That's like me. Like,
It's my problem, bro.
yeah, it's impossible. I was telling actually somebody today, they were asking me about the business and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's taking literally 4 years, because they were saying it's crazy to see like you come up where it's actually the boy Ray Ray,
Oh,
came
okay.
by today. Yeah, he's like, it's cool, man, seeing you like come up from where you started. Like I seen you like doing at your garage and your business, and now you have 2 locations and these crazy cars in here, and it's cool, I hear that from someone too. But at the same time, like I think back and I'm like, dude, that's 4 years of just like starting with, lower end cars, charging a lot cheaper. And as you're going, you're perfecting, you're learning more too. But it's not like right off the bat, like the first ceramic coating I did was like the paint correction, let's say, for the coating was like perfected. The coating might have been perfect, but I probably could have perfected more the coating. In your case, might be you could have probably made the download speed a little bit better, but it's never, you can't beat yourself up. It's going to take time. And that's the,
No, you're right. I feel like maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm being too impatient or maybe too hard on myself, that I'm just wanting the results right away just because where I'm at right now, like maybe I'm not happy,
yeah, it
and
could
that's
be a,
maybe fucking me up. So I do 100% agree with that, bro.
yeah.
And actually what you just said as well is little by little you get better and shit. I've been noticing that like every time I go into, to this, the website I'm working for us right now,
Oh yeah.
which by the way should be live actually by
To check that out. That looks dope. The boy did a good job.
the first one. I don't
Especially
know.
like for like, yeah, dude, I looked at like how to make the website. I was like, no, that's not me. Like that, it's a whole different thing. So hey, shout out
It's
to,
it's it's some bullshit, bro. It's a lot of fidgeting around and moving shit around
yeah.
until you get it.
And but once you get it, it's like as you're going, you perfect it, and it's easier. It's like anything.
Exactly. And that's what I think I've been realizing the last like shit. Every time I go on, basically, I learned maybe one little tip or trick. The
Yeah,
next time I do it, it'll be way easier. And I feel like maybe right now it's just so much shit where I'm like, I want to outsource it, but it's like, bro,
yeah.
like chill, like
That is the easy way out. Not gonna lie, it is the easy way in, I guess, for you because you're getting in it. But
mhm.
it's the easy way out of getting out of the work. But at the same time, like,
Yeah,
and it could work because it is honestly, it's hit and miss. For some people, it works amazing. For some, maybe it doesn't. But and I feel like as you trying to sell a product too, you gotta back yourself up as the seller. You gotta know how to sell it, and you gotta be confident of what you're doing. Because if you're just
yeah,
like, you're like, oh, are you guys gonna do this? Like, yeah, I think we can get that to work. Like you're thinking that hopefully the guy that's making the website or whatever it is can hopefully do that for you.
yeah.
But if you're confident, like if he even can't figure it out, I know how to do that shit. So yeah, we could do that. So it's like you're more confident, you'll get the sell. And it's just knowing it. But yeah, if I was relying on like let's say my helper, for example, like I could go on my business, but
Yeah,
hopefully
no,
it,
no,
it ties in. But
please, it's experience.
yeah,
Like,
but it's like
let
if
me.
if I'm relying on him, let's say to do a mechanic job, like I don't know his skills to it, but I know I could do it 100%. I could
Yeah,
lower the car, I could do it within a time frame of 1 day or whatever. But I can't tell confidently the customer like it's gonna be done tomorrow because I don't know his
yeah, capability.
capabilities or so it's just like yeah we should have it, and at that point I'm like they could see it probably in my eyes that I'm just like lying to
Got
them.
you.
And I felt that with selling recently because I kind of fell into sales, I guess, essentially with my business. You're selling people on a product, and I'm never really trying to sell people on a product. I'm just hopefully providing them with
Yeah, well,
some,
that's what the good sales is, bro. Is
yeah,
offering like options to their problems, which
yeah. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. But even then, you still want to like be confident 100% of what you're doing, and you don't want to put take people's money for shit work. So, but yeah, people can read your eyes, just how you can read them. They can read the bullshit in you too. So, but yeah, it's just kind of one thing, I guess. So, I don't know,
you brought up a great point
but
because that's actually a thing in sales too, bro. Like if you want to actually be successful at sales, make sure you sell a product or a service you actually believe in. If you're over here selling a product or service that's like, is trash, you're not the way you like speak about it, your tone, like everything will be transferred, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like if you're gonna be in sales and let's say maybe you tried sales and you were selling some shit that you didn't even believe in yourself, maybe it wasn't even sales that you hated, bro. Maybe it was just the shit you were selling. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because
that's
imagine
true.
like trying to sell shit like those middle of the mall people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that would gotta fucking suck. Unless I guess you're selling some shit you believe in or whatever. But most of that shit, I guess, in my opinion, is
Well,
probably shit,
but the
right?
people like handing out the little like cream or face samples, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just get like slapped in the face, cause
It,
not slapped, but they just like no, and they're like almost putting it in your hand. Like I feel like that shit's like
that's too much. I don't know.
yeah, and
That's
that's like,
fucked.
but that's like you coming out to someone like that's crazy other kind of sales. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. It is tough, but yeah, the whole selling yourself is you got to know, man. It's because
You're right, bro.
I yeah, people can see it, and it's a good feeling when you can confidently tell them like, yeah, we can do it, and it's gonna be done. Like you're gonna be really happy with it, like because it was hard to say that at first. I couldn't tell that people like,
Oh,
oh
for
yeah,
real?
no, it's like, and it's gonna be good. Like people would say like, oh yeah, this and that kind of. Just like, yeah, it should be good. Like it should be good, right?
Got
But
you.
now I'm like, no, it'll be good. You'll be really happy with it. Like,
Different,
because
huh?
I'm like 100% guaranteed. Like I'm gonna be doing the work and it's gonna get done right. But as of right now, like I would say I'd put myself in your shoes. I don't know how it
Yeah.
works, but let's say I was like telling somebody I go to a business or I email someone. It's different because you might be emailing people too, though. But regardless, like you just want to sell yourself as a good person, you know. But yeah, if you're there, like, can you make the website like when you pop in, it has like this and that, and and maybe do like a crazy like edit. What do you call it when they edit shit? There's a
Mm.
Photoshop an ice cream cone in her hand, please. Like, and you're probably like thinking the first thing in your head, you're like, I wonder if the guy that I'm gonna hire can do that or he can do it. At
Got
that
you.
point, your mind's already like out of the conversation. They keep talking to you, and you're just thinking if your buddy can do it, but if you already know how to do it, and that's probably way beyond of what you're actually going to be
Yeah, the
doing,
scope. Mm-hmm.
capabilities of photoshopping, ice cream cones in someone's hand, selling their business for something. But yeah, it's just sales, I guess. It all comes back to sales in a way.
Oh, 100%,
Any
bro.
business.
100%. You need it like well, shit, if you need sales, you need revenue. A business runs off money, like,
Yeah.
so.
Even if it's like something surgical, like my girl got her for surgery done.
Uh huh.
She went to the doctor, and if that doctor seemed kind of weird, like, yeah, we should be able to take care of that for you. Like, yeah, how long will I be out for? Maybe like I don't know, a couple months. Like they're giving you that vibe. You're probably like, I don't want to go to that guy. If you go to the doctor, that's like, no, yeah, I've done plenty of these. Like this is gonna get done. This is how we're gonna do this. It should be about 2 months. You should be good. 3 months, you'll be kicking a soccer ball. Like, oh shit, okay, let's go with that. And it's like that sells in a freaking medical field. Like there's sells with anything, honestly, with food. Like,
Sales is just persuasion, or like I said, because
yeah,
sometimes sales is like, oh, you was freaking, what do they call them? The oil, like freaking oil salesman, like sleazy ass salesman. But
yeah,
it's like the good salesmen, bro,
yeah,
or the best, I guess you could say. It doesn't even feel like you're being sold because at the end of the day, it's not, sales is not what you think it is. Sales,
yeah,
it's like, yo, you have a problem. You came to me with a problem, right?
yeah.
That has to be one. It's not like you're going to knock on a door and be like, hey, bro, I help people file businesses. You've been working at a job for 30 years. You trying to open up a business?
Mm,
Because that's like a whole different thing. Like the correct thing would be who the hell wants to open up a business or has a side business and going after them and be like, yo,
mm-hmm.
I know you're doing this. Do you know that an LLC could potentially, save you from lawsuits, from losing your personal assets, your cars, homes, all that? Be like, oh shit.
Now they're getting like something in return. Like,
Because yeah, it's not like you're just freaking getting money out of them. Like you
yeah,
provided some sort of exchange, some type of value. Basically it's a win-win scenario.
yeah, they feel way better about it, and obviously, yeah,
Yeah, like imagine if you're doing sales and it's a win-lose scenario. Like that's some bullshit.
yeah,
A good example is if you're selling some bullshit ass product, like a freaking some type of product, and what you promised that the product was going to do, or maybe even the build quality, is shit.
mm-hmm.
That it's like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah,
So it's like, come on, man.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
I guess experience will go, and you'll figure it out. But I don't know.
Yeah. So just to kind of wrap up, I guess that summary is, basically be more patient.
Yeah.
and freaking work and get those hours in. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Just be good at what you're gonna do.
That's a fact, bro.
Be
Just
good
keep
at
doing
it,
it. Be
and
patient.
I think because well, I mean, like we were saying about the sales, we kind of got far into that, but
Yeah.
essentially, what the backstory was that is that if you're confident really doing it, and like in learning, and you're really professional about it on how to do it, then I think everything else will just come easy. Even like talking to the people you're gonna maybe outsource to work to, because like because they could tell you how they're gonna do it, and you're like, no, I know how to do it correctly, and that's it's like you're cutting corners there, like so you could like read their stuff too. So
Got you.
yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of stuff like that. I can relate a lot of yeah,
Well, I guess I have a question for you. I have
yeah,
a, I guess, yeah, you could call him a friend.
yeah,
Um, at the gym. Well, I think this was a scenario. I was leaving the gym, walking out to the car, and I think it was one of those days where I was like, shit, like, worked out. It was Monday, actually.
mm-hmm.
So I worked out, did my thing, and I was just, I don't know, maybe just mentally drained, like, shit, like. But yeah, he just stopped me. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? It's Tony. But he wants to do, like, car detailing, too.
Mm-hmm.
But he's, like, barely starting. But he's running into the issue of, well, I guess one client, I think he charged him the first time ever, like $50 or some shit, kind of like you. Second time, I think they called him again, but obviously he wants to charge more now. It's been like maybe some time has passed. He got
Yeah,
better experience, maybe better tools.
mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to tell me like he used to use a DA or something like that. And I was using like a rotary or something like that,
Yeah,
which is better or some shit. That's like a different world for me. You know all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But I guess his issue or problem was he's just having a lot of like kickback or slack on him trying to maybe, and it's not even that expensive. I think his details are like maybe, let's just say 150.
yeah.
But people are trying to hound him and like get him for fucking 80.
Because he
Like
was charging way less before, right? Well,
that,
starting off.
and then I think the people that he's reaching out to or trying to get are also just cheap too, though.
Mm,
So I guess my question, because I didn't know what the hell to tell him, to be honest. I was like, shit, that's a different world, bro. I
yeah.
haven't reached out yet. Like, I feel like maybe you might have encountered these early on. Like, what did you just say? Fuck them and continue doing like, I guess your service, like knowing your worth, or
Yeah.
like how did you approach, I guess, those scenarios?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of came across the same thing because I was charging people. My thing is, I never came across a customer that said, no, like, fuck off, like, I'm not paying that, or what the hell. I just prepared for. I was actually scared to charge people more.
Okay.
But what I did, same thing. I asked around actually. Somebody told me this. I can't remember who it was. Or else I'll give them credit. But they're just like, hey, on the next, like basically, if you go back to that customer, they're like, hey, just so you know, my prices went up. My product has gone up. My labor, my tools I'm using has gone up. But I'll honor my original price this one time. But next time, just so you know, it's going to be this much now. So it's like you're still making them happy. You're giving them the same product, the same service,
Yeah.
and they're aware that the next time you come around, it's going to be more. And at that time, it's clear. Like you did your job, you got money, and
At what point do you do that though? You're like, okay, it's time. Is it when
you kind of you
you're
gradually start going because you're not going to go from $50 to what I'm charging now
no
for a
no
detail.
no no.
Like I went through. I mean, and plus the whole time, like I said, I'm still perfecting myself. I'm not no professional. I mean, I don't think no one's ever professional at what they do. Like you're always learning, but yeah, I just did it gradually. I think for me, it's just stuff that took me forever, honestly. I don't know, man, how it hit me up. I wouldn't even mind helping him out, but I feel like it was just probably like a year after I did my business. Like I feel like I was confident enough. I feel like the clientele thing too. It's there's a word for it. Demand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once there was a demand there, then I was like, okay, I think that's when I need to like up my
Got
prices.
you.
But then when there's not a demand, which there won't be at first, because you're not known. It's mostly family, friends. You're probably doing at first.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows you like on social media and stuff, and so it's like at that point you're just charge cheap, man. Just get your name out there. After that, I just
Okay.
sit back and gradually start and increasing your prices and breaking it down to see how much time you're spending, your tools, if you're mobile, how much gas, your car, how much speeding it's taken. So it's a lot of stuff to consider, but yeah, that's kind of how I did it. And
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so essentially to kind of, I guess, summarize that is keep doing it, just basically try to be busy, try to keep getting better at it.
yeah,
But after a certain point, there probably be enough people hitting you up where the demand is maybe too great, or maybe you're just like, yo, it's probably
you're
time
gonna start
to.
beating yourself up. You're gonna be working way too much or too hard, and I mean, it's just you're not making the money you should be making.
Got it.
So
Okay, cool. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So hey,
Okay. Hope that
keep getting
helps.
better, and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that applies to anything, honestly, too. Like, I think
Yeah,
anything we talk about applies to anything. It's just the way
hundred
how you
percent, bro.
formate it to, make it fit you.
Yeah, it's not gonna be exactly, but there's a lot of similarities with the concepts. Like
Yeah.
it's no bullshit. Like the whole demand thing, it's a
Yeah.
fact. Like
It happens with any business. Yeah.
that's a fact.
And I mean, and that's why, you go in and donuts or not donuts, like, what is it? Just anything that was cheap is not that cheap anymore because it's
Yeah.
like demand. Obviously, everything goes up too price wise, like, just, but something that starts off cheap is not going to stay that cheap. It's always going to keep going up.
Yeah. Well, I guess to kind of
Cars,
break that
cars are a
down
big one.
too, because I remember, well, shit, I went to, we were staying for a little bit. But one of the things, because I took two economics classes, one was like micro, which is like more smaller base, and then macro, which I believe is like bigger base, like basically worldwide, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think in the micro one, I think they went over that. Cool. So let's say there's 300 people that want to buy whatever you're selling, but there's only 50 products, let's say, that you are selling. So obviously, I guess it's up to you. You could leave it, the way that things are, right? Which will probably create more demand because the supply is down, right? But if you want to essentially make like the maximize profit, I guess in that scenario, is okay. You have 300 people. They're more than likely. It's a range of people, right? More people are gonna have obviously more money, or more people are gonna have that demand more than the other rest of the other people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's say you're selling this product for $20. There's 50 of them. There's 300 people that want to buy it. Let's say you up it to $25. For some of the 300 people, they're gonna be, oh fuck that. So now this group of people is gonna be $200 or 200 people instead of 300. But now you're offering it at 25
Yeah.
because there's still gonna be demand, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Because you also don't want to make it too freaking expensive sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess if you're maybe building something or something, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This is really abstract here, but yeah, we're oversimplifying it. But if there's 200 people, then they're willing to buy it at 25. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a price point where there's going to be maybe like 40 people or something.
Yeah.
And usually, if it's sitting too much on the shelves,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when shit goes on clearance and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like a
You got to find the
something.
balance for sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Because even with like me, I find myself with like certain things like, man, I'm probably maybe charging too much for that. Like, I'm not really seeing much traffic of that anymore.
Mm,
But that's one way also to whittle. It just depends your business, but to whittle out like the things you don't
want to do as much. That's a
services.
fact, bro.
And if you're gonna do it, make sure you get paid good for it. But I mean, that's just me, 'cause I'm doing an overall business of a bunch of restyling stuff for cars.
Yeah.
But when I was doing details, I mean, maybe I'm relating it back to detail, I guess, or maybe your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But with detail, there's a lot. There's interiors, exteriors, paint correction, ceramic coatings. Maybe there's one you don't like doing. Make sure you get paid what you want for that. Make sure it's good. But yeah, like you said, but that is a kind of a good point because you're probably gonna make the same amount of money, charging more, but you have less
Mm-hmm.
people. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, now you're working less, and you're probably providing a better quality job for them because you're spending more time on their cars. Unless you're using the extra time to fuck
Yeah.
off or or maybe improve your business, then maybe it's good for the good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Somebody I think told me also was just like always just make sure you're getting paid for your work like correctly, because if not, it gets to the point where it's just you're not gonna enjoy it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, holy shit, like I'm busting my ass off on this and it's not even like worth it for me. So you got to make it worth it. And if they're not willing to pay, man, well, make sure you're just not check around, obviously. Make sure you're not like way overpriced. But if they're not willing to pay what they want, then maybe go somewhere else, honestly. They just.
Yeah, that's a fact. You also gotta, like you said, you're gonna check to see what everyone else is offering, and you're gonna position yourself on that and be like,
Yeah.
am I gonna be cheaper? Am I gonna be more expensive? If I'm gonna be more expensive, why am I more expensive? Am I doing things differently? You gotta find like a key that makes you stick out, I guess, in a sense
Yeah.
too. Because at the end of the day, some people aren't loyal with some stuff. So a good example of things that it doesn't even matter, like brands,
Yeah.
is like hotels, bro. You're gonna book a hotel. You're usually gonna get a hotel because it's a cheaper one, right? Like obviously you still want something nice,
Yeah.
but let's say there's three nice ones. Which you're gonna choose at the end of the day? Most likely the cheaper one of the
Of the three,
badass
yeah.
ones. You know what I'm
The
saying?
nice ones, yeah, of course.
So that's like, I think that I've really been following this guy. His name's Seth Godin. He's
Mm-hmm.
like a marketing like genius ass dude, but like he's freaking amazing. If anyone's interested in that dude, or I guess that topic. check him out. But he was saying, he's like, yo, like let's say the Marriott. He's like, if they were to like make a shoe or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
what would that shoe look like? Fuck, I don't know, a hotel, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. He's like, what if Nike came out with a hotel? You would more than likely know kind of like a vibe of what that would
Yeah.
look like, right? Like
Just
freaking, they have the
going
color
off.
orange at the box,
Mm-hmm.
the symbol, bro, like just cool, like shit, more retro-y, shit like that. So that's when he was saying like, yo, that's like, they have a brand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of the other people that are just, I don't know, maybe in business and all that. So just like, just certain things that like also play. Because if you think about it, you are a brand. Like you have a reputation of creating good things and all that. Like
Yeah.
it's not just you saying, yo, fuck it, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
detail. Like that sticker that you see around, the endless auto styling on top.
Yeah.
Like that shit is like a almost, I'm gonna be honest, that shit like a status symbol, bro. It's like, yo, like shit badass.
It is true, yeah. But in the most important part, I mean, it took the time and also
To
the,
build up.
yeah, and then obviously the work, you have to provide quality work to
And that's when you
build it
can
up.
leverage, huh? You
Yeah.
can leverage and be like, yo, now I have a brand.
And now
It's
you
worth
could pick and
something.
choose what you actually want to do. I mean, now that, because it makes it a lot easier once you build that brand and you have the capability of actually picking and choosing. Versus when you're first starting off, you're just like, give me, whatever comes in. And it sucks, but it's part of the process, man. And I'm not saying like just take whatever in, obviously too. Like there's some, when it comes back to like detailing, that's where I originally started.
Yeah.
There's some cars I was just like, holy shit. Like if I would have seen that now, I'd be like, dude, there's no way. Like you couldn't pay me to do that, you know?
No, I remember you telling
Like
me
there's a
about
guy
the.
down the street that could do it for you if you want,
Yeah,
So, but
shit, bro.
but
Well,
that's just where you start, man. It's just with
yeah.
anything, it's you start with the shitty stuff. But that's how you build a brand and get your name out there.
You gotta eat shit for a minute. Is what it sounds like.
It really is,
A
man.
little bit.
Yeah. I mean, and luckily what helped me is that as far as eating shit goes, to some people, like, it is like downgrading on things, like, because some people will have, like, this is like if you want to start a business, and I'm going back to a detail, I guess.
Let me know.
But yeah, when you start a detail business, what helped me is I had a full-time job and I did it part-time, and I, scaled it up from there. But a lot of time, if you want just, you live your normal life and then you want to start a business, you're going to have to, like, something has to go. Either you have a shit ton of savings, which it's very unlikely for someone starting off a business,
Facts.
or you're going to have to get rid of some of your nice stuff that you have, whether it's like if you have a nice car, maybe downgrade a car, invest into the business, and that's where you're eating shit there for a minute. But sometimes if it just takes more time doing it the other way, like living your same life and just gradually building it up, because you're not putting all into it. Versus if you had all that extra time and income and not stress over your head about money, it makes the business stuff go way faster.
Gotcha.
But
Okay, bro.
yeah, when it comes to actual a physical business, like your stuff probably won't really involve like an actual physical location or like
Yeah, probably
equipment and
not.
stuff like that, huh? So
Just, I feel like the only thing I'll need is, well, programs.
use just time for you.
Programs, time, and shit. If I have a laptop, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good to go. Okay.
But yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I appreciate that. I feel like that provides some more insight and.
Yeah. Patience, man. Patience key.
Exactly. Patience, but you got to make sure that you're actually doing shit while you're being patient.
Yeah, you can't just be like, oh, in 4 years I'll be where I want to be at.
And you're
It's
just
like,
not
well,
doing
what the
shit.
fuck are you doing in 4 years? Like, shit, try to make it 2 years if you can.
100%.
Don't wait for the 4.
Yeah,
Because someone told
exactly.
you that.
Just
Yeah, it took me 4, but it should take somebody else too. Because I literally just talked about all my problems that I went through and what I should have done. But
That's a
yeah.
fact.
Yeah, so
Sheesh. Okay, bro. I appreciate that. I feel like,
of
yeah, more
course.
more at peace for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing.
Yeah,
And
man. Just take
and
your time.
keep getting better, because I feel like with the whole website shit, obviously, it's built or whatever, most of it. I just gotta add our pictures to the About Us page or whatever.
Yes.
But it's kind of like, damn, what's next? And I think the next is, bro, you got to now, after you put the action, which was build the website, now you got to go back and transition more into learning again, which would be learning the SEO. So now I could apply the SEO to the website,
Yeah.
because I have like shit lined up that I can do. Now I just got to do shit.
Yeah.
So it won't be like helping you optimize the site. My girlfriend's dad is like essentially a machinist, and he knows how to do CAD and engineering.
Okay.
He wants me to build something for him.
Oh, that'd be cool for him. Yeah.
So
Because you were telling me about the stuff that he does. So
yeah, exactly. So just little things here and there, like that you could just do, and you just gotta
yeah.
fucking do it though.
Yeah, and then one step at a time too. Don't overflood yourself with like a bunch of work either, because that will put a I'll put a big stop to your motivation and all that stuff too. Overwhelming
Yeah.
yourself with work and all that. But yeah, it all comes with time, man. Um,
No, you're right.
yeah, I would have never honestly thought I'd be where I'm at right now if you had told me. I honestly thought it'd be. I wish it was a lot faster. Honestly, when I was like starting off, I thought it would have been a lot faster process. But I'm lucky. I'm happy that it went the way it is because it's taught me a lot. Um,
Also gave you some humility too. Like you're like humble and like
yeah,
appreciative of the
and
process.
probably people too. They probably see it and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like he's grown from like where he started and got somewhere. Versus like, who's this guy? Like already like I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe some people take it the other way too, the wrong way. People, I guess, that know you maybe, but
yeah, that's what it is. No, but it's inspirational, bro. That's what's up.
yeah,
Shit. Okay. Cool. Just just keep doing that. I guess another thing. I guess maybe what's been fucking me up is since I work from home, I'm always at the house.
yes,
So I think that
that's
fucks me up somehow.
it. Fucked me up. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it take me. I'm not.
All right. My bad. We had a little technical difficulty, but in a sense, we were just talking about that me working from home
Yeah,
is I don't know. It just kind of removes me out of I guess you could say the whole scenario. I don't know. I work from home. The only time I usually leave is to go to the gym. So I feel like maybe that's a part of it, or maybe I think I was even telling you earlier. I should just go to the freaking like library or some shit, bro. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, like a coffee shop
yeah,
and
man.
we'll go work there. Or even like I was telling you too.
Shit.
Like I should probably come and work over here, but the thing is like it would have to be after like like the job and
Your
shit
work
like
hours,
that.
yeah, and that's what sucks because you can probably get a lot more done while you're actually like, working your other job. You can probably have a little spare time here and there, but
Yeah.
no, I mean that's one thing I did realize when I was doing it at my house out of
Yeah.
the home garage.
Oh yeah.
I think I was gonna start about that. Yeah, when I wrapped my green car, well, I mean, I was going through a lot of other shit at the time
The
too.
Evo.
No, the actual, well, fuck that too, but the Audi, because by the time I wrapped my
Oh
personal car,
shit. Yeah.
I've already done a couple. So it wasn't like a fresh new project where I was like wanting to get my hands into it. Like I already done some. By this time, it was just like my personal car. Like it's not like as exciting as like my first car, like the Evo was. But doing it from home, it sucked going out, like literally walking out and doing it, and you can just go back in and either watch TV, grab a snack, go to bed. It made it really hard, honestly. It was towards the end though. It wasn't right at the beginning. At the beginning, I was hot. I was like, motivated,
Motivated.
hungry
Yeah.
for work, excited for it. But towards the end, it was just like, oh man, like it sucked. But when I got the shop, it was just like, oh shit, like let's go. We're in a new place, like,
Mm.
and it's always like when you have I don't know. I guess it's business kind of exciting. There's always shit. It's like a house. There's no end to that shit. You're always replacing, painting, doing something to a house. Business same way. There's always something you can improve, something clean up. So, but yeah, to me it was cool having the actual like location. It did help me, or just getting out of like your rest, like basically recovery zone. Where you go to recover from the end of the day of a hard work or just de-stress. Um, Splitting that up from your work environment. That's what helped me a lot. And don't get me wrong, there's times too where it's still like it gets to that point where you just lose motivation too. It's very natural for people just to like get to that point where they just kind of get a plateau, and it's just like you lose kind of motivation for what you're doing, and you don't have that, and it's normal. But I mean, it just you got to find a way to get back into the rhythm. But yeah, maybe getting out, going to the library. I mean, shit, come here after hours. I mean, you can come in here all the time, whatever. But yeah,
I
it's just
appreciate that.
getting out, out of your. I think like I said, I don't know what you call it, just your home living. Your
Yeah. I'm starting to realize I don't think that's good. Like working where like you live is there's too many distractions. Like I feel like it's a different vibe. I don't know what the hell it is because even before the pre-pandemic, I feel like I was at my job like working like way. Oh fuck, I was at the office, so like
yeah,
I was there. I was like fuck, I'm here. Might as well work. Whereas the house is like, shit, let me go lay in the bed. Oh
yeah.
shit, they're
It's super
freaking
easy to do that. Honestly,
get
we're
distracted.
weak. We're weak to just like go back to
Yeah, that kind of
just
reminds
chilling.
me of I don't know if it was like it's one of the previous podcasts, like the last two or three. That sometimes you need like the most self disciplined people have systems in place and shit. That's kind of in a sense a system. A system would be to instead of working where you're at. and being lazy. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, get in the system. Like, you know you're gonna freaking be like slacking off.
Yeah.
So might as well go and remove yourself from that environment because you know you're gonna be slacking off compared to if you would be like, shit, I drove all the way to the library. It's gonna take me freaking 10 minutes to go home. So there's like
Yeah.
a barrier. So it's like might as well make the most of it instead of being in the back and be like, you know what,
But
fuck this.
yeah,
You know.
and not even that. Working in an area where someone knows what you're working on,
Mm-hmm.
it's like almost they're holding you. You almost feel like they're holding you liable to it too. I'm not gonna lie, because I can come in every day, and as long as nobody knows what I have to get done, I don't have to get nothing done. But if I tell you like, hey,
Oh, I get what you mean.
hey, today I'm gonna do this, and by the end of the day you leave and you see me not doing shit, you're probably gonna be like, I'm gonna be self conscious, like this guy literally saw me not do shit today, like. So like I almost have to prove myself right. It's almost like when we talk to people, like we talk all this stuff, you know, we preach on everything, but we do implement it to our lives because we put it upon ourselves. Like we're telling you guys about it, doesn't mean that we're not doing it. So it does help to us. That's kind of we're kind of helping you, helping us in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can only help yourself, right?
Facts.
But yeah, it's almost like just working somewhere where they know, or I don't know. I don't have to know, but
No.
I feel like it just ends. I'm sure it will end. Honestly, you can do the. I mean, I hope not. Maybe not. For me, it did end. Honestly, maybe it's just something that I just got overwhelmed with work. But I got to the point where I was just like coming in certain points where I was so overwhelmed with work, and it was just like I can't get nothing done. No one seems like you just like lose motivation in a way. At that point, you almost feel like you're back at your house, but you just got to find the way around it and
Yeah.
get it. So
have those systems because
there's
obviously you have clients too, right?
yeah,
You set expectations and when people are gonna get their car, right?
yeah, that helps a lot.
So obviously, if
But learning, yeah, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I went to the ATC and I did the automotive program.
yeah,
If there wasn't nobody telling me like this has to be done by this time, shit, I don't know. I'd probably still be in there right now. Just kidding. No, it's just no, because honestly, like if there's no one holding you, like
accountable.
yeah, you got to find your own discipline. The discipline thing's hard. Sometimes it gets hard to a point with yourself, like to have self discipline, because nobody's holding you liable to opening this business or doing
Hell
this.
no, bro. It's the opposite.
You're doing it for yourself, and like you're working, and you want it, and you see the end goal, and you know what you have to do, but it's no one's gonna hold you upon that. But it's different. Like if you come in, you're like, oh, what are you working on? Like, oh, by the end of the day, like I'm gonna figure this out, or I'm gonna be doing this, and
Got you.
your ass won't get it done, or I don't know, maybe you won't. But either way, just the work environment does help getting out of your zone. But just to kind of give you a heads up for anyone, like that stuff, it comes to an end and it's normal. You just gotta work whatever it is to spark it back up. You know,
Yeah.
keep the spark going.
Damn, bro. No, you're right. Shit, I got some, some thinking, but I'm for sure gonna do that now.
Yeah,
Whenever I have time, fuck it, hit the libraries, coffee shops, all that shit. So, yeah. Yeah, well, shit, bro. I just for I guess the audio users, we seen that the freaking camera rolled off, and yeah, well, I guess even for the video, we could probably just put it in here. But yeah, that was a pretty good conversation, bro. I feel like that even helped me a shit ton, to be honest with you. So
I'm glad. Yeah, honestly, it
I
made
do
me
appreciate it.
open my eyes to what I was talking to. So made me kind of reflect back on the shit I'm saying. Like I said, we all kind of learn from this. Honestly,
I appreciate that. Not for real, bro. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Shit, I guess that was kind of it for me. I gotta, now have to go, not necessarily go back to the drawing board, but now I know what I gotta do, but reflect on it further and make some adjustments, essentially. And then, yeah, hopefully be closer to that finish line as well. Or at least to a point where, I reach another goal. And then obviously there'll be another goal after that. And it's a never ending process, but it's a beautiful process.
It is. It's all worth it, man.
For sure. 100%. Like, I've have some things that I've, goals maybe in other areas that I've attained. And it's like, oh shit, like this is cool. So, just keep taking it day by day, keep improving a little bit. But shit, bro, that's kind of, it for me, bro. Do you, I guess, have like any closing thoughts for the people out there? Anything, you want to, say?
No, man, just take it slow and easy, just don't
don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, don't beat yourself down, I mean, we can only do so much in a day, and that's all you can do, man. There's nothing we can do about it, so
it's a fact.
But that's kind of it for me, man. Just
okay.
But yeah,
perfect.
This is another episode 24.
Episode 24.
And we'll catch you guys with another one next week.
Yeah, we'll be here and later. All right. Peace out, y'all.
All right. Peace.
Deuce.